What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks, guys, for coming back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. So I want to talk a little bit. Unfortunately, the Cinderella story came to an end over the weekend. So I want to give my thoughts on it and just talk a little bit about that. So let's jump right into it. So LeBron James gets his 4th championship ring, adds another NBA Finals MVP to his resume. The Lakers get another championship, number 17, the first one since 2010, further igniting these debates on who is the greatest basketball player of all time. That's not the topic today, so we're not even going to talk about that. But congratulations to the Lakers on a great season, on a super long season, and congratulations to the Miami Heat. Always going to be a fan, always going to support. I'm very, I think they were heavily outmatched. I think myself and a lot of people expected the Lakers to win. I'm glad that the Heat were able to make it, some kind of a series, and at least, keep it entertaining for a little while. So the game wasn't as competitive as some of the earlier games. The Lakers were up at one point, 30. It was pretty much a blowout for most of the game. I think Miami was just physically exhausted with everything they're trying to do to match up offensively and defensively with the Lakers. They were just physically shot, especially Jimmy Butler, who played all but 48 or 47 seconds in Game 5. He seemed pretty much just exhausted for Game 6. Kudos to Goran Dragic, who even with his tear in the bottom of his foot, he still went out there Game 6 and tried to help out as much as he could. So credit to Miami for even being in this position that I don't think anybody expected at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the restart in the bubble. I don't think anybody expected Miami was going to be in the NBA Finals competing against the Lakers. They shocked the world, one of the lowest seeds to make the finals. And their incredible run this season in the bubble, in the playoffs, came to an end, unfortunately, but, it's only a bright spot from here. I think all these guys are obviously going to get older. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, they've gotten now some experience under their belt, and they're just going to get better and better as time progresses. Maybe, some free agents in the coming year. So, a lot of upside, a lot of positives to take away from this season if you're a Heat fan. This is a tough season, without a question. You had the season start, as normal, and then you had the lockdowns. The season got postponed for a couple of months. Then, all the organizations, head to Orlando, and they play in this bubble, isolated from the rest of the world. No family, no real association with some of the other players. So I hear some people say that maybe this should be an asterisk around this championship. Maybe don't count it as much, especially in the GOAT debate with LeBron and MJ. But I think there's two ways you can look at it. Yeah, it wasn't as difficult because you don't have to travel from city to city. You don't have any home court advantage for either team. But at the same time, imagine you're spending from when the season restarted the next 4 months or so isolated from your family. You can't be around people, you can't be around friends. I think it puts a mental toll on it because there is no crowd there is no home court where you feel like you're doing it for the fans. So I don't think it's the same. I think there's two ways that you can look at it, but you got to give credit to anybody that wins the championship, because in a season like this, with all the ups and all the downs and all the games getting canceled and the nonstop testing and all that, I think mentally it's a huge toll. So you got to give credit when they're able to pull it off and win the championship. And it's a great storyline, the Lakers winning the championship in the same calendar year that unfortunately Kobe Bryant was killed in the helicopter crash. So I think the Lakers really were giving it their all in this year's playoffs, in the regular season. They wanted to win it for Kobe. They wanted to, give LA something to cheer about in the basketball sense with what happened to Kobe. So I think that storyline, was really cool. Unfortunately, it had to happen against the team that I grew up with. But you know what? I'm just proud that we were able to make it that far, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds for the Heat. All right, so that's gonna wrap up my little takes on the ending of this NBA season. It was a great season. I definitely enjoyed. Looking forward, hopefully, to next year, where we can actually, go to some games, watch them in person, no bubbles. Everybody plays in their hometown, so hopefully we can do that. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know when the season's planning on starting. They've said maybe December, maybe January, so we'll keep our ears open and see what the decision is there. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and we got some NFL action nowadays, so I'm looking forward to talking a little football with you guys. See you at the next video. Peace.